Hello, it's me, DJ Sad, and I've got a really serious problem with my Dell Optiplex 780. This machine here is my second machine. I've got my main Dell Vostro i-series there, which is doing fantastic work. And this machine is giving me a weird error. I get 3 lights on the front, and there's 4 lights, and all 3 come up here. And it's basically not loading anything. And I've looked online. It says it's an undefined error. So this is the Core 2 Quad that I upgraded about 3 years ago, or 4 years ago now, and it's just not working properly. So I'm going to put it on. I've just gone on YouTube to find my own video about something to do with the BIOS when the battery goes flat. And I'm thinking the BIOS battery went flat. It posts, there it is. What it's doing is it's basically doing, oh, it's going back to that. It will post, and it does go into the BIOS. It's got this fancy BIOS on it. What's happening is this one's got like a more modern BIOS than my other one. The situation is to do with the drives. Come on. And it goes data operation. It should be on the second one, RAID 88 auto detect. I think it might have defaulted to AHCI. I'm not sure. We'll go yes, it just gave me a warning there. Apply that. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what's wrong with it. I've unplugged all the drives and it gives me the same error. So, when it reboots, the fan kicks up. It is posting there. But it's giving me this error of 3 lights. And it's just not doing anything. And I've unplugged all the drives there, so that's why that error is there. That will go away if I plug everything in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the drive in again. And plug in all the other stuff and we'll come back. Right, I plugged in all the drives. Let's see what it does. Comes up with that. What's it telling me? Serial ATA SATA 2 not found. I don't know what it is, because what it's doing is it's not bringing up the dual boot menu. Oh, there it is. Oh, was that? Right, I'm thinking. So I switched it on. I was going to do a Tomb Raider video because I found a thing online and I wanted to do that. And I did my audio on this, my voice work. And it's coming up with this funny error with 3 lights will come on and it wouldn't post. I thought, what if it's a flat battery? So I changed the battery out and it must have defaulted to AHCI, which these drives don't like, and I've got my video on YouTube. It's right here. Where is it? I'll plug my mouse. Oh, it is. Hang on a minute. And it's my. I'm sure I did. But now it's working. So that's my video from about 3 years, two or 3 years ago. That's my old 755 machine. The same things happened to this one. This is the later one. This is the 780. Same thing, it comes a bunch of weird lights on the front and it won't deal with anything. So we'll go into my keyboard's one keyboard. Funny. We'll go Windows XP Pro 64. Tell me this isn't going to work. It's the same issue because I guess the battery must have gone flat. I've got a bunch of batteries here to sort that out. And I was like, okay, because the one thing I haven't got is batteries half the time, but seems like it's working. So again, if you're having an issue and your battery's gone flat on the Dell, I don't know about other machines, please come up, please work. Nope, from car password. That's what I did with the sound on this. There it is. So it's working. Okay, so I thought I'd have to couldn't work out what it was. It's the AHCI setting. You got to put it on this same difference here. Put it on RAID auto detect ATA. It's usually the second one. If you got a Dell Optiplex, it might apply to other machines. It probably does. And that's fixed it. It was not booting, and I couldn't work out what it was. It must have been that the battery went flat. And this machine is 2010. It's quite a late one. This one. It's Core 2 Quad. Core 2 Quad machine. It's got DDR3 and PCI Express 2 on it. It's just before, I think they put this one out just before they did the first i-series. It was about the same time this overlapped with it for about 2 years nearly. So the battery must be 10 years old, and it's 2021 now, so my date's right on this. What was getting me confused was that it was I wasn't sure if it was the battery, but it wasn't reporting that the battery was flat. Sorry, wrong one, isn't it? 18th of May 20. Oh, the time's wrong on it now. It's actually, what is it? It's actually probably it's like that. I'll have to reboot and just make sure it's doing alright, but I've got the date right there, so. Oh my goodness, this bloody computer. So yeah, it's the same issue, it's the same problem. I just turn it on, it stops working properly, so that's a pain in the arse, that is. I was like, what the hell's wrong with this? So I thought, has there been a failure? And look at my tabs, I mean, I've got like 50 bloody tabs there going on about which is which. I've got my own bloody channel, it's that issue there. So AHCI, it doesn't like it, so it must have gone flat. So that's the only thing I can think of, and it seems to work. So if you're having that trouble, set it to the ATA. I'm using a stock. It's a mechanical 500 gig from 2011. This is 10 years old, this hard drive is, and it still works just about. I thought that had failed, and it's not. I thought the cables had been funny. So yeah, do the setting in the BIOS, and that'll fix it. So yeah, emergency over. Thank you very much. I'll just reboot into that, make sure that's not got an issue. Let's restart. I thought my TV was playing it, because it uses HDMI. I've only got an HDMI out on this card, this graphics card on here. I was doing diagnostics, and it was doing CPU testing and memory and diagnostics. Goodness me. Come on. It's quite an old hard drive, and here it kind of. There it is. Please boot back in. Just this thing, I've been getting weird issues with it. It's talking about I've just gone back into the BIOS, so just to make sure, it says a mouse driven one, most of my others don't. Yeah, it's that one. It seemed to have defaulted to the top one, so that's what got me thinking, was it that one before? I don't know, but it must have been on this one. I was thinking Legacy won't work, 'cause that's a bit old, and you get RAID, and these can mess it up, so seems like it's okay with that. I'll turn off which one's not plugged in? I don't know which one it is. I'll have to turn it off, because it'll keep pestering me about that until I turn it up. I don't want to turn the wrong one off, but yeah, that's got it, so. See it in there. This hasn't got any lights on it internally like the modern ones do. What it does is it goes into that. There's a dual boot on this as well. Because it was posting, that was a continue. And we get a dual boot there, and we'll get Windows. Oh, 2 keyboards, pressing the wrong one. Windows 7 there. And yeah. My graphics card's going wee. I don't know why it's doing that. I may have to set that. Maybe the driver related to that, I'm not sure. There it is, it's gone back down now. You must run it quite hard until the drivers come on, I think. This is an offline machine, it's not connected to the internet. Oh man. Just to make sure everything's okay with this one. Yeah. Oops. My keyboard's not working on this now. What's going on with this? What's it doing? Come on! Got this cheap broken thing here. Come on, don't be an idiot. My keyboard's not working, this is funny. Let's have a look. There we are, let's type it in again. Pound on keyboard. There we are, yeah, it's working. So check your AHCI isn't set on AHCI, and that should fix that, because that stumped me then. I was like, is it broken? Flat battery, but it wasn't telling me it was flat. Great, okay, there it is. It's working.